Okay, greetings. We're here to do the chat questions. So, all right, much love. Greetings to you. I am Archangel Gabriel. Blessings. I'm here to assist when you are ready. Blessings.
Hi, Archangel Gabriel. Thanks for coming in. So first up is Jess. Can and will the El Yaha assist me with an infusion to help my autoimmune and other health issues?
Yes. But also realize your own vibration can help assist. Your Arcturian vibration can assist you to heal also. You're very Arcturian, from what I see. Blessings.
Okay. Second question for Jess. Has a healing of my past lifetimes in the Middle Ages occurred? And if not, can I receive help with this as well from Archangel Raphael?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did occur. You have many of them that are still clearing through, and yes, Raphael can assist you. Yes, there is much there of violence that needs to be healed. Blessings.
Okay, next is Jim F. I've been told that I have many beings or entities around me. Who is really around me and for what purpose?
Archangel Michael's is, well, everyone has beings around you. The loved ones, spirit guides. Archangel Michael has a strong connection with you. I do see the Elohim vibration is very strong with you. And Archangel Michael was one of the Elohim with you. Let's see. And you have a lot of feline lifetimes, so you have several feline extraterrestrial beings that do appear. They're around. Blessings.
Are any of these entities responsible for the head fog I experience?
Yes, but that was more of a negative vibration from what I'm seeing. But not necessarily anything to worry about. They're not going into details of who that was. You can say also that's you awakening from this third density state of mind. You are actually very fourth density, as everyone is, but I believe when you connect to that fourth density vibration, that fog will go away. Part of that is from your energy field. Is your higher self assisting you to awaken to the rest of yourself.
Okay, next up is Wanda 11. My angels know what my deepest desires have been my whole life in 3D here. I'd like advice on how to release this desire because it keeps resurfacing and causing pain. I'm too old now for this to change, as it seemed to be a part of my fate or contract.
We do say meditation to help you release a lot of this negativity. It could be a very short meditation, but it's for you to unlock it and let it go. Connect to that vibration It's basically a meditation is going into yourself. However way you want to do that is to go into yourself and release this. Yes, it's very heavy. Very heavy. But I was going into too much detail.
Okay, next up is Amy. Why do members of the Illuminati use the symbol of the triangle and the all-seeing eye? Who are they doing it for, and how does that give them power? Can we also use those symbols in a similar way for more power?
Well, right now they have a control over those symbols. But yes, you can always bring light upon darkness and clear out the darkness. They use those symbols to power themselves, to give signals to themselves. It's basically a message to each other, basically. As you see on your dollar bill, it's a message. It is a message to the rest of them. Mission accomplished. But yes, you can use different symbols of light because those have been very much corrupted by darkness. If you wish to bring light to them, you can.
Okay, second question for Amy. Can you tell me about a past or future life of mine on Earth, someone famous or not, that can inspire me to get through these challenging times?
What was the name of this individual again? That's okay.
Amy.
Amy. Well, interesting enough, you do know Barry Manilow through different lifetimes. And this vibration he's going through now, understand, he has very much a female vibration soul. His soul is actually it's androgynous, but he has mostly female lifetimes. He's bringing that feminine through a male body, and you've had many incarnations of that one. Of Barry, knowing him. I believe it was of the Yael. Blessings.
Okay, next is Donna Riggs. I'm interested in learning about what species is the oldest in the oldest universe, what part of the universe do they hail from, and possibly a bit about what they are like.
Well, there's many. Well, to answer to that, not necessarily this is true, but the reptilians like to call themselves the oldest of the old, very much because of their ego, but that is something for you to connect with on your own spiritual journey. The reason you're asking that also is because you have the truth of it within yourself. Connecting to different beings will most likely give you a different answer. Some will say Anunnaki, some will say... But there are beings in other universes that your world has never experienced that call themselves the oldest of the old. So in many ways, this is a young universe. This is just a hatchling compared to other places. So, what to explore on that? Some would say, yes, the fish beings. Some would say insectoid. But another way of looking at it, they're all the same age. Some of you are.
Okay, second question for Donna. Any guidance tonight from my guides, angels, or higher self? Thank you for coming and much love.
Yes, your guides say to drink some wine. It will calm your nerves. Red wine would be good to calm your nerves. I also see tea, herbal tea, Chinese, whatever it feels, Chinese tea, whatever kind that feels. Explore different teas would be a good idea. Also help open yourself up. That has no chemicals in them, of course. Mostly a brand that's not seen, mostly not in your stores. Or a Chinese store, for that matter. You will find it there. Just an idea. Blessings.
Wine recommendation, I like it.
Yes.
Okay, so next we're going to go to Chloe. I'm not sure if her question got asked on Thursday, so I'm just going to ask it just in case. So Chloe, first question. A piece of paper, for no apparent reason, flew off of our table at a restaurant today. What was that?
Yes, I believe that was answered.
It was answered. Okay, we're going to head up to Vasco.
I do see a lot of MIB vibrations around her also.
Okay.
Observing. So, go ahead, please.
Okay, well, maybe we'll just ask if there are any messages for her then.
Well, yes, the MIBs are just She seems to be tantalizing them recently, like pulling their hair and things of that sort, but nothing too harsh. But she's just getting their attention, as if she felt she was ignored by them, as she wanted to be one of them at one time, but that she was soul searching, and they ignored her, so she kind of got back at them for that. That's
Okay.
they love her, actually.
Okay. Next is Vasco. First question. My coworker Keegan wanted to know he feels like he's being watched. Who or what is causing that?
Yes, Illuminati vibrations, Cabal vibrations is watching him, yes. One time he had a king lifetime of great wealth, and I believe it was of the Irish vibrations, English, Ireland. He's connected to Cabal many lifetimes. They did try to take his life. Also, they're not giving me a name. Actually, he does have a connection to King Herod also. So he's had dealings with them in the past. So they're well aware of him. I think they're just keeping an eye on him. I won't put too much worry into that. But they are keeping an eye on him.
Okay. Second question for Vasco is also for his coworker Keegan. Wants to know what or who is telling him to get up.
To get out or get up?
Up.
Get up. I believe that's his spirit guide. Try new things. I see water skiing around him. Most likely that's their guide saying it would be good for him. That's up to him. If that's even possible where he's at.
Okay, next up is symmetry. I nearly finished my first semester at university, and after months of giving it a try, I can confidently say I hated it with all of my being. Is there any messages that can bring some good news to this?
Well, yes, it is well worth it. And I believe there's more semesters to go through, but it is all worth it in the long run, because it will help your education and help your financial situation. As you still are in discovery mode of what to do in this life, it will help you eventually. Also see a female vibration you will eventually connect with. That where you two will click. Eventually, you will meet this person. Blessings.
Okay. Any other messages for me? And that's for symmetry.
Yes, there's a lot of reptilian vibrations around you that are trying to get you out and play. They've been tapping you on the shoulder, it seems, to play reptilian sports with them. Apparently, this is part of your lifetime lineage with them. And that's another reason why you're having difficulties here, because you've had all these other lifetimes of much but more positive interactions, and you come into this incarnation, but it has its purpose here. You will discover it when the time is right. Also, I believe this was mentioned before, but the channeling vibration does live with you. You just have to develop it when the time is right. Blessings.
Okay, next is Angie S. When I was very young, I was always scared to go to bed. I had visions of syringe needles being stuck in my feet. Where does this vision come from?
Yes, a lot of that's from the Zetas, but also the Taliban Nordics that were, yes, experimenting with you. Also, it seems like you had an Anunnaki connection where you stole a device from them that did not belong to them, and they were chasing you. So some of that is a lot of this has to do with your awakening experiences also. That's why you have these memories. It was another way of, yes, you asked for this to be in your contract, to force yourself to remember where you come from. And fear was the best way. That way, if it was positive, you just kind of think it's nothing, but if it was scary, it would get your attention. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Angie. Why am I always tired even after 10 hours of sleep?
It's your astral travels. Also, there's a vitamin deficiency. Vitamin C would be good. And to try out new vitamins also will assist, but most likely I do not see those working all that well. It's your astral travel that's going on right now. you're connecting much to the reptilians recently in a healing process of their society. And they're very connected to this world. Some of them are keeping this world asleep, and you are healing the reptilians to assist with this earth in its awakening process. Meaning these reptilians are blocking many from awakening. So you are healing the reptilians to help those awaken. They're not, meaning when you help a reptilian that's suppressing someone here, with that healing that pulls their energy back, and that one can connect to their angels and begin with the awakening process to their spiritual vibrations. Blessings.
Okay, next is Shao. My guides keep warning me of a few upcoming events headed towards my way. Can you ask them to reveal any details of what will happen soon?
I don't believe it's anything negative. I do see a birthday vibration, but that might have already passed. That they would put that sometime in your future. It has to do with your job work situation. I believe it will be of a positive vibration. I believe it's of a raise, but they're not going into details.
Second question for Shao. My guide said that one of my family members will pass away soon. Can you ask them who it is?
They said it's best. I believe it's someone close to you. That's all they're saying. Details. One of the elderly vibrations, but I don't believe this is anytime soon. They haven't decided to go yet, but they're preparing themselves. But understand, this could be of several years.
Okay, next is Maggie111. What can you tell me about my first past life on Earth?
I see you here as a Yael vibration alien being, actually visiting this planet, observing it, and preparing your incarnation. So technically, you can call that it's not technically your first incarnation, but it is prior to your incarnation. As a Yael, you were testing the waters, testing the biology of the human being to see if this is something you want to experience. Blessings.
Okay, second question. Any messages for me from my higher self or guardian angel?
But yes, as I say, get out more, but not just to the shopping store, go to a movie, go somewhere different, a stone where you get stones, your crystals and things of that sort. Explore a little bit. It does seem like stones are calling your name. Some of them are. In a metaphysical shop, somewhere in your area, it does seem like that vibration is calling you.
Okay. Next is B-Man212. What past life have I had with my wife on Earth?
I see jousting. I see a lot of Arcturian vibrations. During the Renaissance time period, I believe you were a soldier during this Renaissance time period. I believe your wife was of Italy and you were of England. I believe you were passing through. And that is where you met her, but I believe you did not have a connection. You wanted a connection, but you had to go. So I believe you were with the army and you were passing through. I believe you also became a blacksmith or a type of energy like that after war, but I don't believe you ever connected with her again. Not in that lifetime.
He also asks, what messages does my wife's higher self have for me?
Oh, yes, to be more patient with her, but mostly you are already. And something about cooking, that she does not have a problem with it. As if you cook at all. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Ra. 2 days ago, I woke up in the middle of the night feeling something was inserted into my right buttocks. Can I know which beings were doing this and the reason for it?
One moment. I see a Yayo presence around you as for assisting you with your chakras. I believe you did ask for their assistance in astral because you connected them often. As for this being that did this, I believe it was an insectoid, a spider being. An infusion you asked for from the insectoids, but I believe it was more Yayo. It was more of a Yayo. It was a mixture of different infusions. Yayo and Arcturian and insectoid. Yayo, insectoid. Nothing to worry about. It was actually, I believe it was mostly data they were doing. It was mostly a download. Yes, they have a funny way of doing it, but it was to get your attention also. Blessings.
Ra would also like to know if there are any messages for him.
Yes, your guides, yes, they're saying that you had a strong connection with the Renaissance time period. You were a painter and a sculptor, just like the known artists of like Leonardo, but you were not known, but you had many talents that were not discovered. A Renaissance man of your time, but was not famous. But I do believe he made a good living as an inventor during that time. But it was small things, but enough for that time. Blessings.
Okay, next is Carol McLaughlin. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, there's a Palladian race around you that is of a bird vibration. The blue bird, they do show themselves as blue bird by beings. One moment. You're very connected to the race. Of course, they're connected to many different species of salamander. Many of these are Palladians that connect to all different types of animal species. You call them the animal Pleiadians if you want to. They connect to many of the animal beings. They add DNA that is proper, but they do connect to the vibrations. Whatever they can connect to, they bring into their society to learn from, and they do this to create new species. And you're very much involved with this. But they also take those energies and put it within their own, such as a tiger, a lion. And they do that to develop, it's like tattoos, but it does not interfere too much with their own structure. It's not like they become like disformed beings, not at all. It's mostly just the information from their society. You inject it within themselves, but it's like you can also say it's like a tattoo vibration. It's not something that interferes with their biology.
Okay, second question for Carol. Are there any messages for my sister Pamela?
There's a lot of song around you, I believe from Archangel Michael. As when your times are rough, he's there to help you find a song to choose. He is very much there helping you out through those hard times. Because you had a connection to him. I believe you were his mother and he was your son at one time. So he was giving back. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Thomas Peterson. I feel the angels around me, and I've seen many angel numbers lately. Is there any messages from them?
Yes, there's a change in direction you are coming to. I believe it will be after the summer. Nothing bad, but you are going through a change. A great one. That's all I have to say. Blessings.
Okay, so his next question is about extraterrestrials. So I feel I had some sort of a download on the 16th of April. I could see many light ships, and I was in a gathering with many species. The day after, I got a severe headache. Is there any link between the download and the headache, or it could just be one of my sicknesses?
No, it seems like they gave you too much download. And I believe those Arcturians that were involved, also the Arcturians kind of overloaded you a little bit, it seems. So, but also you were processing a lot, so it was too many things going on at once in your mind.
Okay, next up is Marianne A. Marianne A. Any messages for me?
Mother Mary's energy is around you at this time. You have many incarnations that were similar to hers, not necessarily at her degree, but as a healer. You were a healer with her in many incarnations. And as for you to reconnect with that, you can always ask for her assistance as for healing.
Okay, and I actually don't see a second question for Marianne, so we're going to skip down to Katrina. Are the health of our chakras responsible somewhere for the identity and the limitations we choose to embody in the next now?
Yes. Yes, you even your chakras, you even go in through your chakras to put them at a certain degree so you feel a certain way and think a certain way. Close down information and open up information. Different parts of your, so many of you go through your chakras throughout the day, working with your chakras, allowing certain information to come and go. So you're always there operating through them. As you know, your soul is always working through them.
Okay, second question for Katrina. What Archangel Chamuel advises me in regards of him helping me with my heart chakra? I guess, okay. So what advice does Archangel Chamuel have for me in regards of helping me with my heart chakra?
To realize, to see your heart chakra like a green crystal, and you're going inside of that crystal to heal it, to feel its love, and see your history, to feel all just the love of the universe, love of existence. That will help you in your direction as for healing your chakra, your heart chakra, but also going forward with your vibrations. Yes, your heart chakra is a place that you connect with most strongly. That is part of your, it's like you're the master of that chakra, it seems. Of what to do with it, how it feels, and everything. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Moses. Can the Prime Creator give advice on my family's future? We are having big arguments whether to stay in Rotterdam and buy a house or to move to the country and start a new life. Both choices will probably make one of us unhappy. Which one will have the best outcome?
To compromise, someone in there needs to compromise. But also, it does seem like the family is looking at this from a negative direction also. It is not always looking about everyone else's needs. Yes, it's exploring its dark side, as you can see. But look at the positives of this move, or wherever you choose. Look at the positives and what positive direction. This is, yes, your family is exploring the darker sides, as you can see. And moving from that is up to you. So many needs feel that you need to be needed, to be fulfilled. That's causing a lot of blockages. Even the angels say maybe you should just stay there for a while until you all settle down. Blessings.
Okay, Moses' second question. Any messages from my higher self? Are we on the same page? Because I feel like we don't connect.
Well, your higher self says you're not meditating enough to connect to him. It has a lot to do with the reptilian connections. You're still having trouble connecting to meditation. Not to worry, but you're on your path. But yes, you have to. Yes, you're with a family that can be kind of very vocal and very difficult to deal with at times. But you will figure it all out eventually.
Okay, next up is myself, and that'll be it for the evening.
Yes.
So my first question just has to do with the grandmother energy that's here right now. She doesn't seem to be doing that well, and I was just wondering if there's an update on her.
Yeah, she is slightly crossing over a little bit. So some of her functions are closing down a little bit. So you can connect to that vibration and assist her. I think you already are. So she's not fully ready to leave yet, but she's getting there. I think she's had enough of this world from what I'm seeing. She doesn't feel like anyone needs her anymore, and she's also not necessarily connected to the other side. She's not remembering it, but she does feel like she's no longer needed here. But she's not bitter about it or anything like that. The grandchildren keep her happy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing that she says that she's only here for is her grandchildren. So.
Yes, but even there, she feels like her mobility is getting very difficult, so eventually she will let it go.
Yeah, she's pretty much in bed all the time, so. Okay, my other question, I'm just going to ask what I'm up to in astral, I guess.
Yes, you're connecting to the Arcturians recently. As you've been connecting to the councils of the Arcturians, bring healing to their society, as some of them have trouble with this or dealing with it. It seems like, yes, it does exist. But some of the Arcturians are just sort of just look the other way to this planet. So you're going to that side of the Arcturian vibrations. Most of it is very positive. There are some that just like look at this planet and just don't want anything to do with it. So it seems like you're going to those that just walk away from this world and showing them your lifetimes and connecting with them and giving them your point of view. It does seem like it is bringing some positive. Meaning the more alien vibrations here brings more assistance for its ascension. So that's where I see your energy. And also I see you around horses.
Okay.
You can connect to that if you like.
Interesting. That's the second time I've heard something about horses. I had a pony when I was a kid, but other than that,
oh yes,
I don't really connect to them.
I don't believe you are a horse. You are connecting to horses. I don't see you. I just see you as a humanoid Pleiadian being connecting to horses. Yes, you had incarnations as a horse being, yes. But I don't believe this time you are. You can if you wish. Yes, the unicorn vibrations are mostly what you connect to, but you do connect to most of the horse energies. One moment. Yes, the unicorn vibrations do connect to many children here because they do remember their lifetimes with the unicorns. It's a spiritual, of course, the horse itself is a spiritual being, all animals here, but many do connect to your horse beings as spiritual beings because they feel so connected to them because of travel in the past. But you are assisting those that are in awakening process. You do come to some beings on this world as a horse. Just visually, like in their dreams, I do see that.
That's pretty cool.
To bring messages.
Yes. I do know that I have a unicorn visitor apparently that comes.
Yes.
So I'm going to look into that on Thursday.
I do see you coming to beings as a horse being. Can be a unicorn, can be a regular horse, but you do come to individuals in their dreams. And this could be adults. It's adults and children.
I'd love to. Any help I can assist.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, thank you so much. Blessings. That's it. Thank
you. Much love. Night to everyone. Blessings. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everyone.